Yeah, there's a lot. We guys have been playing a lot of AoE.
This is a $1.5 million watch.
Oh, the crash.
This one
It's alright.
costs $50 million. But your watch owning journey begins here.
Really?
With a $30 Flick Flack. Flick
Actually,
Flacks
it's
are
heavy as fuck,
simple,
though.
playful watches built to teach kids how to tell time. The Flick
I
Flack
mean,
has
these do go
unbeatable
hard, though.
quality. With great durability and elegant designs, it's the perfect start to your watch owning
Yeah,
journey.
I've been off of the crash
But as
before.
you get older, you want a watch that's cooler. So for $40, you buy a Casio.
We're talking about a brand that sets the standard for a watch at an
I don't mind
affordable
those.
tier. Is there honestly one that does it any better than
Casio, in 1957, made the first compact electronic calculator. 23 years later, they made one for your wrist. The Japanese company has a wide range of quality, affordable watches with timeless designs. The legendary Casio F91.
Dude, no, Jojo, I wish they kind of even went hard on that. I feel like there's a lot of companies that make cool shit that kind of, oh, there could be a watch, and they invest into that brand on like a wearable. And over time, it appreciates like crazy. It's like an investment of its own, you know?
Was worn throughout
Like,
history by highly influential
it's kinda
figures
cool,
like Osama bin Laden and Osama bin Laden's bombs. Your Casio is great, and you love wearing it. But as you get older, you start to want something classier. The Timex Weekender, a brand with American roots, Timex had a mission to make affordable watches with great quality and durability.
Notice how it captures the elegance of the most expensive watches.
When you think of Timex, you think of the Weekender aesthetic.
I love the simple design of these pieces.
I saw one
The
of these.
Indiglow is a fun, like, just kind of treat with this.
Your Timex serves you well. Maybe you should buy another traditional watch. Or maybe you shouldn't.
This is all slightly absurd. You don't need a watch nowadays.
Because by this point in your journey,
Smartwatch.
you're working towards becoming a young professional. You can't wear an antiquated trinket. You need something practical and productive. So for $250, you buy an Apple Watch SE. The Apple Watch released in 2015, and 4 years later, it outsold every Swiss watchmaker combined. The Swiss watch industry got thrown out the window faster than an Apple sweatshop worker. Your Apple Watch makes you wake up with its vibrating alarm feature. It makes you go outside with its step counter. It makes you go to bed with its sleep tracking. Forget intrinsic motivation and the willpower of the human spirit. All you ever needed were 3 colorful circles. But there's a problem with your Apple Watch.
Why not wear both?
That no amount of convenience, health tracking, or performance metrics can fix. Your Apple Watch has no soul. Compared to the history, the craftsmanship, and the magic of traditional watches, your Apple Watch is just a sterile slab of tech.
When you walk in a room with that on your wrist, you're telling
Oh yeah,
everybody I'm
me
20%
and Jesse met this guy.
off retail. I wouldn't be
F1.
caught dead with that on my wrist.
This is all
Motherfucker.
slightly absurd. You don't need a watch nowadays. But it's just about doing what is exceptional. It's about doing what is, I think, beautiful.
Oh,
and
come
something that can really tell
on.
a story in itself.
And then one day, you throw your Apple Watch out the window and you buy a Seiko
Okay. I do like myself a good, nice watch, but dude, when these guys go over the top and they say some shit that's like artistic, okay, chill out, bro.
Presage. Seiko is a
Okay,
brand that offers
relax.
some of the best
Settle
value for
down.
money in the entire watch industry. During World War II, Seiko produced military watches for Japanese troops. In 1969, Seiko dropped an atomic bomb on the watch industry when they introduced the quartz movement, which used a battery and a quartz crystal to power a watch.
Fuck
These
the
battery-powered watches were more accurate, affordable, and reliable than traditional mechanical watches. The Presage is Seiko's dress watch line, known for their salacious dials. It's a great watch, but it's just a Seiko. Inspiration comes at odd times. In 1917, the founder of Cartier was looking at newspaper photographs of World War I tanks
I
going
hate
into
all of
battle.
them.
And in an act of utter capitalism, he thought to himself, we can make a watch out of this. The Cartier tank has a rectangular design inspired by the Renault FT-17. The iconic
Sick.
watch has transcended the test of time and the boundaries of gender, being worn by everyone from Princess Diana to Muhammad Ali. Its understated elegance makes it a necessary addition to your watch
I
collection.
really hate it, but Chad, there's something about traditional bullshit Roman numbers on the Cartiers. I think it's complete fucking dog shit. I just don't like it.
In 1965, NASA needed an official wristwatch for the Apollo space program. 4 watch brands answered the call, and they faced off in the NASA watch trials. One brand, Hamilton, sent in a pocket watch. The 3 remaining watches were put through rigorous torture tests until the Omega Speedmaster reigned victorious. 4 years later, the Speedmaster solidified itself in watchmaking history as the first watch on the moon. One small step for man,
Really good.
one giant leap for the Omega marketing team. 57 quintillion Omega Speedmaster models have since been released, all with different styles and complications. Like this one here that shows you the phases of the moon.
Take this. That's an Omega.
Yeah, but
And that has a moon phase. Do you see the moon in the bottom of it? You see the moon on the bottom of it? It's a real high-resolution photograph of the moon. Do you see the little moon? When it comes full moon, you'll get a real sense of the moon. It's a beautiful high-resolution image.
Joe.
There's one watch brand that everyone knows.
If you asked 99 of 100 men on the street to name a luxury watch, we all know what they're going to say.
It's just very human to like a Rolex.
For $10,000, you buy a
Well, that's
Rolex
incorrect. They're
Submariner.
not very
Rolex
desirable.
watches were
I don't
initially
think
built to be tools. When the Submariner released in 1954, it cost $150. But Rolex's superior marketing and
because they've earned that spot as that brand. They don't have to expand or go crazy. It's in-cemented. They don't have to do much of anything. And they hold that spot. That's just who they are. That's through good marketing.
culture significance entered their
The brand has also stalled out, though.
brands into the realm of
Oh, I have
luxury.
that.
What was once a symbol of ruggedness and adventure became one of materialistic success. It used to be that you were the man, so you bought a Rolex. But nowadays, you buy a Rolex in hopes of becoming the man. In 1971, AP, on the verge of bankruptcy, called upon legendary designer Gerald Genta to make them an unprecedented steel sports watch. The deadline was one single day. At 11:59 p.m., Genta submitted his assignment, unaware that it would soon become the most influential watch design of all time. With its octagonal bezel, exposed screws, and seamless integrated bracelet, the AP Royal Oak is iconic and ubiquitous.
Real shit. Hey, where am I in there? Come on, man. I fell off so hard.
I want something that's gonna make me happy.
Is that a Bugatti Chiron? Yeah.
Oh, Jacob.
The Jacob & Co. Bugatti Chiron Tourbillon captures the spirit of a hypercar. Its outside shows the flowing lines and curves of a Bugatti. Its inside, a Bugatti 16-cylinder engine wind-up toy.
Watch my engine start.
That is super cool. And it's Bugatti.
By this point in your watch-owning journey, you've obtained a level of wealth that is extravagant, abrasive, and dangerous.
So I used to wear my Rolex Daytona a lot, but I had an experience recently. I thought I was gonna get attacked over my Daytona.
With 6 figures on your wrist, you need to be cautious. Maybe you live in London, where you're at risk of getting run up on by machete-wielding blokes.
Don't f***ing wear that in London. Do not wear that in London.
What are they gonna do? Fucking machete me?
Yeah, literally.
Run away, bro.
Maybe you live in New York City, where high crime rates and sketchy subways have you watching your back at all times. You might even live in a third world country. No matter the location, you realize that your watches have gone from a simple accessory to an asset, a store of material value. The Longa Turbograph is a token.
But a lot of those are
affluence,
like, they don't look
featuring
expensive.
5 complications, 1,101 parts, and polishing instructions written by the Half-Blood Prince. It's a beautiful piece. Look at this tourbillon, a mechanism originally built to prevent the effects of gravity on pocket watches. Its hypnotic beauty might distract you from the fact that in modern
Chat, in all the watches chat, there's always I never Googled it though. It's always purple, always. Like the purple screws, what are those and what material is that? Always, always, always purple. What is it? Dude, it's an agile ruby, but why a ruby though? Because it's every watch has them, all of them.
From the fact
Always
that
purple.
in modern wristwatches, it's useless. The Fusee chain mechanism in the watch is also completely obsolete. The expert finishing on the movement's inner parts, you never actually see it. Maybe this is all slightly absurd, but maybe that's the point. Richard Mille RM69 Sex Watch, $696,000. What celebrity do you think owns this watch?
I hate that one. Bro, Chef Brunel in chat literally told me to buy this last time. He was adamant about it. So that I hate that
Drake's
shit.
weapon of choice,
So
the
dumb.
RM69, has 3 6-sided rollers which produce randomized erotic messages. For example, let me D-word your
Wet ass P-word.
I want to
S-word
your
female genitalia.
Let me tell you one thing. When I put a Richard Mille on my wrist, it's just bizarre.
Like, why?
$500,000.
Yo, thanks, bro.
All of a sudden, I walk different. I talk different.
Wait, which one is that? That one did not look expensive. 6702, is that the one with the lines on it? 6702. It is, I had it right. It's the one with the fucking lines on it like that, and it's not worth it, bro. This guy's just trolling. It's not. Yeah, it's 300K.
$1 million. Yo, thanks, bro.
You said half a mil. You said half a mil, you know?
Do people treat you different?
Yes. Yeah.
Remember that Cartier tank you bought for $5,000? They
You
squished
said half a
it.
mil. That's not half a mil.
1.5 million. Inspiration comes at odd times. In 1967, a man wearing a Cartier watch got in a car accident. The force of the impact and the heat of the crash melted the oval-shaped case of the man's watch.
Massive.
And when Cartier himself saw the brutally damaged object, he only thought one thing. We can make a watch out of this. That is the backstory of the Cartier crash, according to the Cartier marketing department.
I don't get it.
The actual backstory of the watch is much simpler. Rich people got bored. Thus spawned the Cartier crash, a perfectly
The thing's really hard to get.
watch.
Forget about the
Chaotic,
price. It's just hard to
but
find one.
calculated. When it was released, no one liked it. Then Kanye wore it, and everyone liked it. A lot.
Kanye said, only millionaires wear chains. They said, what? He said, I'm a billionaire. Billionaires don't wear their money on their body.
The Jacob & Co. Billionaire is the ultimate display of opulence. Thanos scoured the universe for infinity stones. Jacob & Co. scoured the earth for perfect diamonds to assemble this gauntlet. With the Jacob & Co. Billionaire, you can simply snap your fingers and you'd be getting robbed at gunpoint.
Yeah, that shit is not worth that amount.
It took us almost 4 years to find the stones.
I've never put anything like this on my
Bro,
wrist.
these guys are just pure cap. It's dude. These people are fucking. They're walking cap. Cappuccino. Kappa Ross, Kappa Klaus,
21 billionaire watches have been made, with one model being owned by world-famous billionaire Floyd Mayweather.
I was the first one wearing the Patek Philippe. And, you know, I was the first.
Was he though? No shot. The fuck?
In 1868, Patek Philippe made the first Swiss wristwatch. This was a time when pocket watches dominated the industry. Wristwatches were seen as feminine, not to be taken seriously by men. In 1914, the Albuquerque Journal said, "The fellow who wears a wristwatch is frequently suspected of having lace on his lingerie and of braiding his hair at night." But after a few years of war and marketing, the wristwatch transformed from a small piece of woman's jewelry to a masculine tool and a unit of legacy. Men went from calling wristwatches gay to waxing their forearms so they don't tarnish their wristwatch. Perceptions and interests are in perpetual motion. A small trinket that tells the time can be a toy, a tool, a status symbol, and even a work of art. Each one of these stones has a story. Carbon, exposed to extreme heat and pressure in the Earth's mantle, transforms into diamond before being pushed to the Earth's surface through volcanic eruption. These magical gems
made it in a
hide
fucking
patiently
lab.
in eruption sites until they inevitably get dug up by little African boys. You may get so lost in the sparkle of your 110-carat graph hallucination that you don't even notice the time passing by on its minuscule dial. And beneath that dial is the same type of watch movement that was in your flick-flack. The world's most expensive watch has an economical, battery-powered...
See, again, dude, the little purple thing. Am I crazy? Look, the little pink washer, bro.
Battery-powered quartz movement.
Well, they have to.
What advice would you give to young guys or young girls just getting into watches now?
Just getting into watches. Yeah. It's all about the progression. Yeah. Don't jump out the window.
Right.
Off the bat.
Yeah, don't buy them, no shit. Yeah, don't buy that shit. The fuck?